A dark bucket filled with dirty water may sound like the last thing you would want near your home. But used correctly, that bucket can become one of the most effective traps on your entire property. Picture this. The bucket is hidden behind a shed, half full of rainwater, grass clippings, and a small amount of a naturally occurring mosquito control product. To a female mosquito, it looks like the perfect nursery. She lands, lays her eggs, and leaves. But the larvae that hatch in that water never become flying adults. Meanwhile, the bees continue visiting the flowers, butterflies move through the garden, birds return to the feeder, and the family can sit outside without turning the whole yard into a cloud of insecticide. That is the idea behind the system you are about to learn. It does not depend on an electric bug zapper, an expensive monthly contract, or a truck covering every plant with a broad insect spray. It begins with one simple fact that changes the way you think about mosquitoes. The most effective time to stop them is before they have wings. Most people fight mosquitoes only after the insects are already flying around their faces. They light candles, wave their hands, spray repellent into the air, and hope the problem disappears. But adult mosquitoes are only the visible part of the cycle. The real problem is usually hiding in quiet water somewhere nearby. A mosquito does not need a pond. It does not even need a puddle large enough for you to notice. Water trapped inside a bottle cap can be enough. A small fold in a tarp can become a nursery. So can a clogged gutter, a plant saucer, a forgotten toy, an old tire, a wheelbarrow, or the shallow dish beneath a flowerpot. Female mosquitoes can lay large groups of eggs at one time, and many common species can complete the journey from egg to flying adult surprisingly quickly in warm weather. That means a little water left undisturbed for several days can quietly produce the insects that attack you the following week. So the first rule is simple. Do not begin with a mosquito in the air. Begin with the water. For generations, people in farming communities have walked their property regularly during the warm months. They tip out containers, turn over tools, clear blocked drains, and check every place where rainwater might collect. It is a plain habit, but it works because it interrupts the mosquito life cycle at the source. You can do the same thing. Choose one morning each week and walk the entire yard with an empty bucket or coffee can. Look under outdoor furniture. Check the folds of tarps. Inspect toys, watering cans, pet bowls, plant saucers, wheelbarrows, rain barrels, gutters, downspouts, and anything else that can hold water. Do not trust your memory. Walk slowly and actually look. Mosquito breeding sites are often small, shaded, and easy to overlook. The water may appear clean, but that does not make it harmless. If it has been sitting still, empty it, refresh it, cover it, or treat it with a product label for that use. This process is called source reduction, and it is the foundation of the entire plan. No trap can compensate for dozens of forgotten pools of water scattered across the yard. A few minutes of inspection each week can do more than hours of chasing adults with a spray bottle. But some water cannot simply be removed. Perhaps you have a rain barrel, a drainage area, a low spot that fills after storms, or a container that must remain outside. That is where a larval control product containing BTI becomes useful. BTI is short for Bacillus thuringiensis israelensis. It is a naturally occurring soil bacterium used in many mosquito control programs. Commercial products often come as small granules called mosquito bits or as solid rings commonly called mosquito dunks. The important detail is that BTI works on the larval stage. Mosquito larvae live and feed in water. When they consume the active material, it affects their digestive system and prevents them from developing into adults. Used according to the product label, BTI is designed to target mosquito larvae and certain closely related fly larvae rather than functioning like a broad insecticide sprayed over every living thing in the yard. You should still follow the label carefully. More is not automatically better. Different products have different application rates, treatment areas, and replacement schedules. Read the instructions on the package and use the amount recommended for the volume of water you are treating. Now, let us build the trap. You need a dark-colored bucket, water, a small amount of decaying plant material, and a BTI product labeled for mosquito larvae. A standard bucket of about 5 gallons works well, but the precise size is less important than the location and maintenance. Choose a bucket in black, brown, dark red, or another muted color. Mosquitoes searching for a place to lay eggs are often attracted to shaded, still water that resembles the natural pools where their species have reproduced for countless generations. A bright white container sitting in direct sunlight is less convincing. A dark bucket hidden in shade looks more like a safe breeding site. Place it away from the areas where people gather. Do not put it beside the dinner table, the children's play area, or the chair where you drink coffee. Hide it behind a shed, under a hedge, beside a fence, or behind a group of shrubs. The purpose is to draw egg-laying mosquitoes toward a controlled location and away from the places you use. Fill the bucket roughly halfway with water. Rainwater is ideal, but ordinary tap water can also work. Add a handful of grass clippings, dead leaves, or similar plant material. As the vegetation begins to break down, it gives the water the scent and appearance of an attractive natural breeding site. You are not creating a real swamp. You are creating a convincing imitation. Then add the BTI product according to the label. Some granular products can be sprinkled over the surface. Solid dunks may be placed directly in the water. Do not guess at the amount, and do not assume that one treatment lasts forever. Sunlight, temperature, rain, and water movement can affect how long the product remains active. Check the bucket regularly. Replace evaporated water when necessary. Remove excessive debris, and renew the BTI on the schedule printed on the package. If heavy rain overflows the bucket or greatly dilutes the water, inspect it and retreat it if the label indicates that you should. One bucket can help, but most properties need several treatment points. A small yard may benefit from 2 or 3 carefully placed containers. A larger property may need more. Think in zones. Place one near the shaded side of the house, another near dense vegetation, and another near a shed, fence line, or garden edge. Keep every bucket away from seating areas. The goal is not to invite mosquitoes to hover around you. The goal is to offer egg-laying females a more attractive option in a controlled place where the larvae cannot mature. If appearance is a concern, the trap can be hidden behind plants or screened by a simple cover that leaves enough space for mosquitoes to enter. The cover should not seal the bucket completely, and it should not create additional pockets where untreated rainwater can collect. For larger bodies of standing water that cannot be drained, mosquito dunks may be more convenient. A rain barrel, ornamental container, drainage basin, or persistent low spot may be treated with a product label for that environment. Again, the package directions matter. Treatment amounts are based on water surface area and product formulation, so use the manufacturer's instructions rather than a universal estimate. Gutters deserve special attention. A gutter does not have to look full to create a mosquito problem. Leaves and needles can slow drainage, leaving thin pools of water hidden from the ground. Clean the gutters first. If water still remains in a place you cannot correct immediately, use only a larval control product whose label specifically permits that application. The same principle applies to bird baths and pet water. Fresh water should be replaced frequently rather than allowed to sit for long periods. Scrub the surfaces as well, because some mosquito eggs can remain attached near the waterline. Clean, refill, and maintain these containers as part of the weekly property walk. Old tires are especially troublesome. Their dark interiors hold rainwater, provide shade, and protect larvae from wind. If tires are stored outdoors, remove them, cover them completely, or store them where they cannot collect water. A single neglected tire can continue producing mosquitoes long after every visible puddle has dried. Once you have removed or treated the breeding sites, you have dealt with the next generation. But adult mosquitoes may still be present for a while. They were born before you began, and they will continue searching for hosts and resting places until they die. This is where patience matters. The yard may not become comfortable the moment the buckets are placed. The system works by breaking the cycle. As existing adults disappear and fewer young mosquitoes replace them, the population should begin to fall. You can make outdoor areas more comfortable during that transition without spraying every flower and insect in sight. Start with airflow. Mosquitoes are weak flyers compared with many other insects. A strong outdoor fan directed across a porch or seating area can make it much harder for them to land. It also disperses the carbon dioxide and body odors they use to locate people. Clothing helps as well. Loose, light-colored clothing that covers the arms and legs creates a physical barrier. When bites are likely, use a personal repellent that is registered for mosquito protection and apply it according to the label. Products containing proven active ingredients are generally more reliable than homemade mixtures whose strength and duration are difficult to predict. Plant-based sprays and essential oil products are widely sold, but their performance varies. Some may provide short-term repellency when properly formulated, while others fade quickly. Concentrated essential oils can also irritate skin, affect pets, or damage plants if used incorrectly. Never assume that a product is harmless simply because it comes from a plant. If you use a commercial plant-based yard product, choose one clearly labeled for the intended application. Follow the dilution rate and safety directions. Avoid spraying open flowers where pollinators are actively feeding. Do not apply any product directly to bees, butterflies, ponds, food crops, pets, or children unless the label specifically allows it. The most useful place to focus any approved resting site treatment is shaded vegetation rather than empty air. During the heat of the day, adult mosquitoes often rest under leaves, inside dense shrubs, beneath decks, along fence lines, and in other cool, protected places. Spraying open-air waste material, targeted treatment, when the label permits it, is more efficient and reduces unnecessary exposure. But remember that sprays are the supporting act, not the main strategy. The main strategy is still water management. If larvae continue emerging from gutters, tires, containers, and drainage areas, the adult population will keep returning no matter how often you treat the shrubs. There is also value in making the property friendlier to natural predators. Dragonflies, frogs, bats, swallows, and other animals eat flying insects. None of them is a complete mosquito control system on its own, and exaggerated claims should be treated with caution. A birdhouse will not magically erase every mosquito from the yard. Still, a healthy, diverse landscape is better than an outdoor space repeatedly covered with broad insecticides. Native plants, clean water sources, reduced pesticide use, and appropriate shelter can support birds and beneficial insects. These animals help maintain balance while making the property more alive and enjoyable. Purple martins are a good example. Traditional martin houses appear on many rural properties, often mounted high in open areas. The birds are beautiful, social, and fascinating to watch. They eat many flying insects, though mosquitoes usually make up only a small part of their diet. Their value goes beyond a dramatic mosquito statistic. They bring movement, sound, and ecological diversity to the farm. The same honesty should guide every part of mosquito control. No single bucket can protect an entire neighborhood. No candle creates an invisible wall around a large yard. No bird can consume every mosquito. And no safe product remains effective forever without maintenance. What works is a layered system. First, remove unnecessary standing water. Second, treat water that cannot be removed with an appropriate larval control product. Third, make gathering areas less comfortable for adult mosquitoes with fans, barriers, and proven personal repellents. Fourth, use targeted yard treatments only when needed and only as directed. Finally, repeat the process. Mosquito control is not a one-time battle. Rain creates new water. Leaves block drains. Children leave toys outside. A bucket tips over. A tarp develops a new fold. The property changes from week to week, so the inspection must become a habit. The cost of setting up a basic system can be modest. A few buckets may already be available. A container of mosquito bits often costs around $17, though prices vary. A pump sprayer may cost around $40 if you decide you need one. Fans, screens, and repellents add to the total, but many families already own some of these items. Compare that with paying for repeated broad yard treatments throughout the warm season. Professional services can be useful in some situations, especially when mosquito-borne disease risk is high or the infestation is severe. But even a professional program works better when the property owner removes standing water. No technician can permanently solve a breeding problem if new containers fill with rain the following day. There's another reason to choose targeted methods carefully: pollinators. Bees, butterflies, and other beneficial insects are not visitors we can afford to ignore. They move pollen between flowers, support food production, and help gardens reproduce. A product designed to kill a wide range of insects may not distinguish between the mosquito you dislike and the bee you depend on. That does not mean every mosquito control treatment is equally dangerous or that all professional services use the same products. It means you should ask questions. What active ingredient is being used? Is it intended for larvae or adults? Where will it be applied? What precautions protect flowering plants, ponds, pets, and pollinators? How long should people remain away from the treated area? A good provider should be able to answer clearly. A good label should also tell you where and how the product may be used. Read it. The label is not decoration. It is the instruction manual that separates responsible use from guesswork. The most appealing part of the bucket system is not that it is secret or magical. It is that it uses mosquito behavior against the mosquito. Instead of trying to hit every adult in the air, you create an attractive breeding site that cannot successfully produce the next generation. The mosquitoes make the choice for you. They search for dark, still organic water. You provide it in a controlled location. The larvae hatch, encounter BTI, and fail to mature. At the same time, you remove competing breeding sites across the rest of the property. That combination is what gives the method power. The trap alone is limited. The weekly property walk alone may miss water you cannot drain. A fan protects only the area in front of it. But together, these tools attack different parts of the problem. Here is the complete weekend plan. Begin in the morning with a slow walk around the property. Empty every container holding rainwater. Turn over wheelbarrows and toys. Clear gutters and downspouts. Refresh bird baths and pet bowls. Remove old tires and inspect every tarp. Next, identify the water that cannot be drained. Treat it only with a mosquito larval product labeled for that location, following the exact application rate and replacement schedule. Then prepare 2 or 3 dark bucket traps for an average yard. Fill them partly with water, add a small handful of grass clippings or dead leaves, and apply the labeled amount of BTI. Place them in shade, hidden away from patios, doors, play areas, and outdoor dining spaces. After that, improve the places where people gather. Set up a fan on the porch. Repair damaged screens. Keep doors closed when possible. Have a proven personal repellent available for evenings when mosquito activity is high. Finally, write a reminder for the following week. Check the yard again after rain. Inspect the buckets. Look for new standing water. Mosquito control succeeds through repetition, not through one dramatic afternoon. By the following weekend, you may already notice a difference. In some places it takes longer, especially when neighboring properties, wetlands, drainage systems, or large areas of unmanaged water are nearby. But even then, removing local breeding sites can reduce the number of mosquitoes produced directly around your home. And that is the larger lesson. A mosquito problem often looks too big because we notice it only after hundreds of insects are already flying. But every one of those insects began in water. Find the water, manage the water, and you interrupt the cycle before it reaches your porch. You do not need to declare war on every insect in the garden. You do not need to sacrifice the bees, butterflies, birds, and frogs just to enjoy an evening outside. You need observation, a few well-chosen tools, and a routine you will actually maintain. So take a careful look around your property. The solution may not be in the air at all. It may be sitting quietly in a forgotten saucer, a blocked gutter, or a dark bucket behind a shed.